I take the bus up to Drogheda by David McGrath. Oliver Cromwell put the sword to 2,000 men, women and children when he breached the besieged walls of Drogheda in 1649. Drogheda, they'd always said down in Wicklow. A lot of ghosts up there. Melissa collects me in her car. It's odd to see her driving. It's odd to see her in her car with polo mints on the dashboard and a life in full swing. Melissa's wearing a winter scarf, which is funny. You didn't need a scarf in Southeast Asia, where Melissa had been with Gav the entire time. But the night before she got with Gav, right, she'd made a move on me, and I pretended not to notice. Then the next day, I become this third wheel for an entire year. Melissa and Gav fucking next door everywhere we went. So when Gav and Melissa split, and I'm kind of still backpacking, Melissa and I get back in touch and talk about that night before. And I say, I wish I didn't pretend not to notice. And she says, I wish you didn't either. So I take the bus up to Drogheda. We park up outside her parents' house, and she says, just quickly, before we go in, my brother doesn't talk to me. Your brother doesn't talk to you? Not since we were teenagers. Does he live in here too? Yes. But he doesn't talk to you? No. Does he acknowledge you at all? No, I don't exist to him. And this has been going on for a decade. Longer. What? I had bulimia when I was a teenager. It caused my mother a lot of stress and pain. My brother doesn't speak to me because of it, because of the harm I did to her back then. The harm you did to her? What? He just won't forgive me. Melissa, that's the most fucked up thing I've ever fucking heard. Don't say anything. Well, I'm a guest in your home, Melissa. I'm not gonna just go in, roll up the sleeves and say, what's the problem here, guys? Please don't. I wouldn't. Nobody would, I don't think. Okay, maybe I would. I know you would. Well, I won't, I don't think. But you're saying, when we go in here, your brother will be pretending you don't exist, and your parents are fine with that. Yes. How does he ask you to pass the salt at dinner? He doesn't sit at the dinner table with me. Jesus Christ. Will he talk to me? He'll talk away to you. He just won't talk to me or about me or acknowledge me in any way. Because you once suffered from bulimia. That's it. You didn't drown his puppy in the fucking river. No. You're not leaving out some fucked up part here. Because I had bulimia and the stress that caused our mom. Melissa takes off her seatbelt now and grabs her bag and smiles. All good? No, Melissa. That's the most immature, psychotic, most dysfunctional, misplaced, ignorant shit I think I've ever fucking heard. The man has serious problems. Is he all there, like, mentally? Straight A's his whole life. So why are your parents allowing this behavior in their home? Melissa has now reset. She has this vacant smile I've never before seen. She's like a woman at a perfume counter now. An air hostess smile. A programmed smile. A lobotomized smile. Melissa, all good? She says. You say all good one more fucking time like you're a fucking robot and I'm gonna run away. All good? She says, and the smile doesn't flinch. When you're witness to some deep-rooted trauma response autopilot, you think you can just snap the person out of it. Melissa, I say, and click my fingers in front of her face. A lonely fat tear falls down her cheek and still she smiles. And I realize then that I'm here to say something. She has brought me here to save her from something in this house. We've just got through the thick thorns and now it's time for the night to scale the tower wall. She's told me not to say anything, but she's looking at me like maybe I would say something. And I realize I'm here for a showdown. All good? All good, I say. We go into the house, and I have the gist of Dad in about 2 seconds flat. He's a dope. A big, thick muck savage from Loud, who uses 4 syllables to say loud. Loud. His mouth's open and he's looking at the television. He's like he's on heavy tranquilizer, but I know he's not. I know he's just given up thinking a long time ago. A Wicklow man, he says, and gets back to the television. And I know I've just witnessed his entire contribution to the day. The daughter brought home a young lad from Wicklow, and he turned and said, "A Wicklow man," because he's been told I'm from Wicklow. Enough done. Too much done. It's monosyllables and grunts from now on from Dad. The mother is sitting on the couch, but she's not looking at the television. She's prepared for me. She's been practicing. I can see she has picked each and everything about the sitting room and her place in it. And my place as I enter it. Her back is straightened and she's ready. She's been waiting all morning for me.
"Those were some postcards you sent," she said. "Postman was mortified handing them over to me."
Your postman reads your postcards? They should give him more work to do, missus. Would he be down the local pub now in Clogherhead telling everyone what he's read in everyone's postcards? She knows now I'm weird. Not monosyllabic like the dope of a husband she kidnapped 30 years ago. Not easily shamed, you see. She'll need to dig deeper, and she will. She looks at Melissa because she's already disgusted with the cut of what her daughter's brought home. My postman scenario that I concocted as soon as I walked in was disgraceful. That man's been serving Clogherhead for 40 years and he badgers him as soon as he walks in the door of our house. It's a no-win scenario. No matter what I say now will be trounced. I've been here before. "So you were friends with this Gav waster? The tattoos on him?" "I'm friends with Gav, missus. Yeah." "Total waster. The tattoos on him." Gav certainly had tattoos. I smile like I'm running for mayor. "Do you have tattoos?" "I do." Melissa looks at me like, "No, you don't." I have the, what do I have now? I have the Virgin Mary giving birth to the baby Jesus on my back, but baby Jesus has horns and a tail, and everyone's screaming and running around reaching for the shotguns. "What?" the mother asks. She can't believe what's unfolding. She looks to her husband, but he hasn't heard a word. He's messing with you, Mammy. Messing? The mother asks. About people shooting Jesus with shotguns? Baby Jesus, I say, Mrs. Shooting baby Jesus with shotguns. Are you okay in the head? Did you actually hear what happened, Jesus, in the end, Mrs.? Shotguns would have been welcomed. Okay, Melissa says, stop now. The brother finally comes in, and I've been dying to see this. The brother is the cut of the mother. The same sharp face, the same hate. He says something about something he's been doing to the mother and sits on the couch beside the mother. From Wicklow. I am, I say. Who's your full forward now in the football? I wouldn't know. You're from Wicklow and you don't know who your full forward is? A travesty, I say. Shocking. What?
He's been talking about shooting Jesus with shotguns,
says the mother. The brother is not acknowledging Melissa at all. Like he's trained himself perfectly. There's not a side glance, not a quick dart in her direction, nothing. She doesn't fucking exist to him. Are you right in the head or what? Melissa's gone to her trauma response happy place, and I'm left sitting in the room with the mother and her attack dog, and I look at the mother and she squints a smile, and I know she's done this. Melissa never to have a boyfriend, the brother never to have a girlfriend, the two of them hers until her dying day. Why am I here? I asked the brother. What? Why am I in your house? You're from Wicklow. Yes, but why am I in your house? What circumstance has brought me here? Who has brought me here? Do you know? The brother clicks like I've short-circuited him. And Melissa looks at me and says, all good? And the father would not have thought in his head since the early 1980s. Fucking hell, missus, I say. You've done some job on them. And the mother defrocks, for want of a better description. She stops the games with the postcards and the fake outrage and the clutching of her pearls at the every little thing. She just looks at me like I've already lost. This knight in shining armour who fell at the first hurdle. Haven't I? She said. And the brother is talking to himself about something that needs doing in the shed. And the dad is changing the channel because the football will be on soon. And Melissa is looking at me in floods of tears. Wordless. But begging me to do something. The whole future is laid out before us. And we see the whole thing. And I say, you'll have to leave, Melissa. I can't, she says, and looks at her mother. Mammy's sick. I laugh. I promise you now, that woman is not sick. The mother gives a pain in her back a squeeze. She needs me. She doesn't. I can't. I'm not staying one more minute. This house is fucking haunted, Melissa. Melissa cries like she understands. And I'm gone without so much as a cup of tea. And I walk back to the bus station and I hear Melissa cry. And I still see her looking at me crying. asking for help and me not giving it. And the mother, and the father, and the brother pretending not to notice. The oddball who sent the postcards that time.
The postman still can't look me in the eye over it.
And when I'm back in Wicklow, they say, "Drogheda, did you see any ghosts?" And I say I did. "How many?" "One," I say. "Only one."